Hi, I'm Emily with Mom Talks Politics. I had intended to make a video of my husband and I doing Mom and Dad Talk Politics because of the recent events in Iraq relating to Iran and the United States. And I was really excited about the opportunity to do a video and present all this really great information. And so this video instead is kind of the lessons learned from that attempt. To begin, I just wanted to kind of share my experience trying to create this big video with my husband. I run a blog, Mom Talks Politics, and I've had a lot of fun putting together blog posts and writing about things that are going on in the political world, but also kind of big picture things too, and I write about all kinds of stuff. But I don't have a lot of knowledge. Haven't been studying this for years. I haven't been doing a bunch of political things, all my life. So a lot of what I do is learning as I go. My husband, on the other hand, is super knowledgeable. He's been studying this forever. Not that we're super old, but he's been doing it for since he could vote. And I, a lot of times, didn't even vote. So there's quite a contrast there. But thought, okay, this is a really great opportunity for us to share what we know and to present information to you that could be helpful. As we started making the video, though, it just became more of my husband speaking and talking, and I felt, and he felt too, because my husband is super respectful and really great. He's just really knowledgeable. How do you not share all this knowledge that you have, right? It's really hard sometimes to just then, know how to balance that out. And both of us are aware that not everyone is comfortable talking about politics. And the more that we see people who are super knowledgeable talking about it, that makes other people, speaking for myself especially, it makes me feel like, well, why do you need me? Why do I need to be involved in politics when you have all of these other more knowledgeable people to talk about it, right? So, out of all of that, we decided, you know what, maybe it would be better just to kind of let me do it by myself. And that felt really good. It's nice to just realize, hey, we're good enough. We don't have to have a lot of other people telling us what to do or what to think. And our journey and our experience will include a lot of different people. It'll be a husband, it'll be a friend, it'll be a partner, it'll be a random person that you meet on the bus that you're talking about that topic together. And that all works great. And in the end, it depends on us what we want to think and how we want to feel about a topic. And so, yeah, here I am. I get to share with you what I learned, and I just get to do it by myself, and it feels good. So I'm going to get into how I was researching the topic of Iran and Iraq and the United States and our history. And so this is how it normally goes, right? You have this humongous topic and you have all these little bits of information. You get people saying, things like, this guy is a terrorist, good job that we killed him. Or you have people saying, oh my goodness, we're going to go to all-out war and it's going to be terrible, right? So you have a lot of people saying all these different things. And then you have all this information on the internet, right? And you have a lot of really great resource pages, news outlets that there's so much information. And soon you have this amazing knot of stuff, right? You just have all of these things to research, and there's not a lot of, it's just not really very easy, right? Well, I was talking with a friend, because this is what I do. I just love to talk to people and ask where they're coming from or what they think about something without sharing what I think first, just because why not? Why not just find out what they think? And one of my friends was like, where's Baghdad? And I realized, hey, I need to look at a map. So I started out just looking at a map. It's just taking one little piece and just kind of following the thread. And I realized how Iran is located really close to Iraq. And then I looked at their history, and Iran and Iraq have had a love-hate relationship. They, at one point, Iraq tried to take over Iran. And, at another point, they've become, joint fighters of ISIS, right? And I'm going to be throwing out a whole bunch of stuff, and it doesn't matter, because I'm not going to try to sort out the topic for you, but I will show you that it's just a matter of following the thread, right? Just follow the thread where it leads you. So for me, I was interested in knowing more about the history, and so I did. And if you look on my blog, there's a page that kind of goes through chronological order. It also goes through some definitions of words, some terms that I wanted to know more about. And so that's just the thread that I kind of picked up and followed until I felt like I knew a lot about it gave me enough context to understand what was going on, right? And so that's what I offer to you. Wherever you are in your understanding of the current events, just start whatever interests you, whatever kind of sparks that curiosity, follow it, and that should be good enough. And once you get enough of the context and you feel comfortable about that, go for it. Now, let's say, for example, like my husband, he had a whole bunch of knowledge already coming into the topic, and still he found things that he could learn. He learned more about, in 1953, our CIA and Britain's Secret Service, or like their what is that, the James Bondy thing? Anyway, they kind of went together and helped with a coup in Iran, and he didn't know about that. And so their newly elected prime minister got ousted and was replaced again by the Shah, or like the Shah was reinstated into power, things like that, right? Things that he didn't know. And so no matter where you're starting, no matter where your starting point is, there's always something that you can learn. And that's what we should be doing. In politics especially, we should always be learning as much as we can, because things change, context changes, understanding changes, and it's not like we're on this rocking boat that's never going to find stability, but it's just adding more information actually creates more stability and gives a better foundation for moving forward. And also, it creates more bridges between people that think differently. The people that are coming from all the different angles on a topic, the more information you have, you realize it's actually a lot of connected pieces that mesh together and form a really good base, good foundation. I know that for me, I've enjoyed learning more about politics. And I started out feeling like I didn't have time. I didn't have time to research. I didn't have time to amass, all of this knowledge that other people had, especially like looking at my husband, who knew vastly, vastly much more than I did. But I realized I do have time. I have time to do a little bit here and there. If I'm cooking and I've got a little bit of time while something's boiling or something is heating up or whatever, I can research something then. I mean, that's the beauty of having technology. We can look up something in the middle of something else, right? Take a moment to look it up, find that little bit of information and add to your knowledge, and you'll be surprised how much you can learn. And you'll be surprised how fast you can catch up, because it doesn't take long to figure out what's going on, and it doesn't take long to figure out at least the basic, the basic parts of politics. It's not as complicated as we think. And as we find people that we trust to kind of help us gain our knowledge, great. And then also we'll interact with people who we find challenge us a little bit, and that's okay. All together, we're going to find that there's a lot more commonality. There's a lot more of the shared values, and people are actually really great.